let's start your mobility routine to help improve your golf game. We're going to start off with some thoracic extension. So our thoracic spine is everything that comprises our rib cage. You're going to need a towel or a band like this one. We loop it behind your back, across the middle of your spine. Your hands are gripping onto the front of the towel, and we're going to pull forward with your arms and arch back over the towel. We're then going to push your rib cage down into the band. Create your own resistance using the strength of your arms. We're going to repeat for 10 times. Breathe in as you open up your chest. Breathe out as you flex down. This is going to mobilize your rib cage so that when we move into rotation in your swing, you're going to be able to swing a lot more freely. When you've completed 10 of those, you're going to need a seat or a bench or anything that you can put your hands on to balance. We're going to start to mobilize our hips and our spine. So this is called a hip aeroplane. So we start with our hands on the bench, 1 foot behind you. We're going to lift that leg up. Now your aim is to rotate up through your hip, so lifting your hip as high as you can to the sky, and then rotate back down the other way. I'm trying to turn my foot to point towards the camera. So as I come the other way, I'm turning my foot away, opening my hips. If I swap sides so you can see the other angle, rotating through, trying to keep this leg relatively straight, and then rotating down. We'll do 10 of those on each side, and this is the movement of the hips during your swing, where we're able to close off and get your trail hip pushing through into your follow through. Now we're going to take that rotation into the upper body, and we're going to thread the needle. So we start on our hands and knees. Taking one hand, we're going to slide it behind your wrist on the support side. We're lowering your shoulder all the way to the floor, or as far as you can comfortably go. Press through your hand to open back up and reach for the ceiling. Coming back down again, slide through, keeping your arm as close to your wrist as you can. We're going to do 5 of those on each side. If I change my angle so you can see me better, sliding your hand behind your wrist, rotating through your upper body to get your shoulder on the ground. That's the goal, but if you can't get that far, that's okay. Go as far as you can. When we're here, we're trying to push through this hand into the floor to open up through your chest and your spine. Moving on, we're going to look at our extensor patterns. So this is working on our backswing. So being able to keep our hands high and not collapse down. And then also through our follow through as we're rotating through the hips, being able to extend and fully keep our momentum and generate a lot of power. So we're going to start on the floor, lying on your tummy. Hands out in front. We're going to lift your opposite arm and leg. So the idea is to keep your hips relatively square, keep your arms and legs nice and long. If you can't extend all the way, you can just do your legs and then just do your arms. If you do find that one reasonably comfortable, we can make it a little bit harder, and we're going to do what we call a scorpion, which is much more involved through your trunk and your hips, adding in a bit of rotation. Again, lying on your front, your arms will form little stop signs, right angles. You're going to turn your head to the left, lift your left leg, and then we rotate over your body. Turn your head to the right and lift the right leg over the body. We alternate sides for 10 repetitions. Once you have completed all of those mobility drills, we're going to do one more set of those, and that should have you feeling a lot more limber before your range session or before your next game.